This is day 3, I believe, of working on Frankenstein's head. I've just been putting the clay, forming some shelves, working on a little table I'm going to throw on there, working on the heart, and finishing up the, I guess you call it the operation table. I guess that's what I'm going to call it. Glued the battery pack to the neck, so it's permanently on there now. And I've slowly worked my way with the sander and sanded all of the edges. Pretty much just sanded it down. If you don't have a Dremel tool to do this with, it's fine. You could do sandpaper and it'll work just fine. The reason I'm doing that is later when I add another layer of brown paper to this, it's gonna be flat. It's not gonna be all bumpy, so it'll help with making it look better. That's pretty much it, guys. I really haven't done anything unless have you guys seen the back of it. I have cut it out, as you can see. I think this part's gonna be the most difficult part of reattaching it, then gluing it, and then cutting this part out and then working so I could work all the little details in there, because I can't stick my hand in there and I can't really be painting and doing everything if I'm gonna make detail here and then be shoving my hand through. It's just gonna break it, or it's gonna, you know, look at this flimsy thunderbolt. It's already like breaking off, so I have to be really careful with stuff like that. I can't really be shoving my finger in there because I'm gonna be fucking it up. So I have to cut. I'm gonna glue it and cut this out to help me give me some more space to work in. Once I'm done with the inside of the head, I'm gonna reattach it, and I think it should be done. Let me give you a small preview of what it's looking like inside here. All right, and here you go. It look pretty cool, guys. The shelves, you really can't tell from the camera right now because everything is still the same color, but it's looking pretty good, guys. Pretty happy with it. And yeah, guys, it's slow work. Like I said, it's not a how-to video. It's more of a journey of me finger fucking Frankenstein's head. So join me. Will you?
Much later.
All right, so it's been definitely a week or two since I've updated this. No, not even, maybe like for a week, about a week. Let's just call it a week. It's been a week since I've given you guys an update. Does not mean that I have not been working on this. It's just that I've been working on it slowly, taking my time on it. Right off the back, you can see that I added maybe like some little switchboard here and a little gauge, and I'm gonna bring out later when I start sanding this down. I don't know if I showed this already. The shelf cabinet border thing. The table, I just finished sanding it down right now, so I can give it that edge that I'm looking for to make it seem like it's going into the house. It's gonna be halfway into the front of the head and halfway out of the head once I glue it in. And then we got the operating table here, so it's looking pretty good. It's coming together. The next step after this would be sanding it and then adding the brown paper on what needs to be added. I recently went to Michael's and I found this, and I think I'm gonna use some of this for the wallpaper inside the head. So we'll see how that comes out. Alright, so I spent most of my day going ahead and adding this brown layer of paper to the flat table and the little side table next to it. I don't know what this is called. I guess it'll be like a little nightstand table, I don't know. But I did this just so I could have a different texture than the heart is gonna have, because the heart is just pretty much gonna stay the same texture. I'm gonna sand it down to make it more smoother, and I added these veins to it to make it look like it's popping out. Maybe I'll add another one right here. Who knows? But I'll think about it. I also cut off the back off the heart, and so I could just place it perfectly where I need it. It was sticking out too far out and making it look all weird. So I just cut it out instead. Yeah. So the brown paper that I'm using is this. The grocery bags. This is the paper that I'm using. I think I got this from Dea, from a present she was using or something, but I got it from her. Pretty good, just because it gives you another texture to work with. I would use the regular paper, but I feel like this one is a little bit more, it's not as thick as regular white paper, like this white paper, so it's a little bit thinner, and I like it more than the white paper. So it also gives it a different characteristic than this rough texture that I'm gonna go with. So it's coming along nicely, slowly but surely coming together.